Hello.
And welcome back or welcome to Books and Krennish.
Yeah, I'm Sarah.
Yeah, you are. I'm Danielle.
Wow.
Whoa.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too, man.
Wow.
I didn't even know you existed until now.
Who are you? Where am
Not
I?
Sure. It's time for a personal recheck-in, friends.
Yeah.
And, well, we got some stuff to talk about.
We do.
And we are reunited. And boy,
does it feel so good. Yikes.
It got weird real fast. We both have, well, I have one review, Sarah has a couple.
Wow.
We have some in progresses to
Yeah.
talk about. And then that's all.
Yeah.
So you better buckle up. And
As is the usual on this
yeah,
video.
Yeah. Well, what if it's the first time they're here, Sarah?
It's true.
Come on.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Jeez.
Well, I think you have to start because you have more in the way of reviewing to do.
Well, shoot.
So.
All right. Do you want to start strong or do you want the bad first?
Get rid of the bad.
Okay.
Knock it out.
Well, Danielle.
Well, Sarah.
I finished listening to the last 58% of Eragon.
Oh, boy.
By Christopher Paolini.
I guess I wasn't expecting that one to be the bad. Paolini?
I don't either.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't either.
I feel like a lot just happened. And we had two conversations at once.
For sure.
But anyway. This one is dragons. I know that much.
Yeah. It's basically dragons.
That's all?
Yeah. It's like about a boy and a dragon. The boy is named Eragon, which
I thought the dragon was
surprised
Eragon.
me. I also thought that the dragon was Eragon, but no.
Maybe I haven't read these. All right. Well, what did you rate it, Sarah?
Well, I gave it 3 stars.
All right. I mean, could be worse.
Yeah. I rated it generously because I think that if I had read it at a different time in my life, I would have liked it better.
Okay.
Not necessarily because it's YA. I will get into it a little more in my review. I have really mixed feelings about this book. Like, I enjoyed it. It was fine. It was what I expected.
Okay.
As far as the writing goes and the just general, like, story progression.
Yeah.
I do feel like I would have liked it better if I read it as a teenager.
Yes, I'm sure.
The writing specifically.
Yeah, I felt the same way about Percy Jackson.
Yeah. I don't have a ton to say about this book because of what I'm going to say next.
Oh, boy. Give me the tea.
I feel like this story was a complete ripoff of the Lord of the Rings series.
Uh-oh.
But add dragons. Like, there were so many similarities between even the names of characters that I was like, okay, Christopher.
Oh, no.
Now, I'm being nice because he wrote this book when he was 15, which is, like, fucking impressive, dude.
Yeah,
regardless.
Sure. A whole series.
But it felt very, very ripped off to me. Like, if you know the Lord of the Rings series at all, you would be like,
wait
really?
a minute.
But add a dragon.
Okay. That's a bummer.
Yeah. And I feel like it wasn't, like, as exciting as I wanted it to be or as I thought it was going to be because of that.
Yeah.
Because I, like, feel like I've already heard this story before. And, yeah, I was freaking disappointed, dude.
Well, dang.
I know.
Maybe I haven't read this. I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, I don't know. You'll have to check it out and
let me
know eventually.
Eventually.
I will say I liked the main character. He's, like, fine. But I specifically like his dragon friend. She's, like, real sassy and...
We love a sassy dragon.
I like her, yeah.
Taryn who? And Darna, come on.
Yeah.
Well.
So overall, I was like, wow.
At least you like the dragon.
Bummer, dude.
That sucks.
I know. I was, like, so excited because Eragon. I feel like it's such a, like, big thing that people love.
Yeah. A staple from our childhood, I suppose.
Yeah. And... So when I said at the beginning that I feel like I would have liked it better if I'd read it at a different time in my life, if I didn't know the story of Lord of the Rings, I would have loved this book.
I was going to say a different time being before you.
Before I knew the Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine that Lord of the Rings came first, not the other way around.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, damn, dude. Come on, Christopher.
I know.
Shoot.
I know.
Okay.
And I after I finish a book, I go look at reviews. You know this. We've talked about this. And
Yeah.
I'm not the only one who feels this way. And people also say that, it's like a ripoff of a mix between Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. I don't know anything about Star Wars, so I can't speak to it.
Well, now I gotta go critically read Eragon and take copious notes detailing what is from what.
Yeah.
All right. Well, toot.
I know. Friggin' Bumtown.
I'm sorry about that.
That's all right.
Okay.
What is your first review, Danielle, or your only review?
My singular review this week.
Yeah.
Because we read a lot for podcast.
Yeah, we did.
I finished the last 73% of The Guest List by Lucy Foley.
Okay.
And this one is a thriller mystery situation based around this wedding. The guest list is the guest list of the wedding. And it is on an island. There is a lot of suspicious characters.
Ooh.
Then in the beginning of the book, it is revealed that something nefarious has happened, but you don't know who or what. And then it stretches through the whole book, and you get to learn about all the characters in the meantime.
Okay. Cool. What did you rate it?
I gave this one a 4-star.
Wow.
I gave it a 3.5, but then actually gave it a 4-star after I thought about it some.
Okay.
I think that I was a little bit persuaded by the reviews on Goodreads, and then I was like, wait, no, I liked it more than these people.
That's fair.
So
I don't look at other people's reviews until I've taken my notes for mine.
That's fair.
Because I don't want to be influenced by other people, because I tend to be yeah, you're right.
Bandwagon on other people's reviews.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's kind of what I did, I think. But I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Okay.
I will say that there were just so many characters, which was kind of a lot, especially in the beginning. And I was listening to it, so I couldn't look at the chapter header to be oh, we're with fucking whatever their name is.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was kind of confusing, especially at first.
Yeah.
I do feel like all of the characters, though, for the most part, were super interesting. I wanted to know what they were up to and what their story was. And it was a lot of people of different walks of life, but they all sort of centered around this friend group. I mean, obviously it's a wedding.
Yeah. And
of these prep school boys who are icky, the kind of boy.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And that's a big chunk of the main characters, but there's also some ancillary characters that add to the story quite a bit.
Okay.
I don't know that I loved that the nefarious activity was revealed so early with very little context around it.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a while to unravel it. I do feel it was a question. I wasn't quite sure what the heck was going on until come the end. And then it was that makes sense.
Okay.
And all of the characters kind of have a part in it to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
They're all related to the person in question in some way. And I did like that there were quite a few twists and turns around said person.
Yeah.
There's just, I don't know, revelations. And you're what? What? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I liked that. It did feel twisty and turny. I do feel not a lot happened for a good amount of the book. In between the middle bit was kind of just a lot of drama.
Okay.
And maybe that added to the story because of this close-knit group of friends with some outliers build the drama and the tension and have you guessing.
Yeah.
But it did feel a little bit slow-paced in some instances. It was audiobook, like I said. The narration was pretty good, and it was a man and woman, and there were men and women characters, so I appreciated that it wasn't just one.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about that?
I do. I feel the same way.
Yeah. And I really liked the ambiance of this book. The vibe was cool because it was set on this essentially deserted island with the old refurbished castle vibe. Castle. Called the Folly, which I'm Lucy Foley, did you...
Oh, I see what
about?
you did there,
What's
Lucy.
that about? But it was a cool vibe because of that, because the place where they're having this wedding is kind of historical, and there's two people living there who man the whole thing, and they haven't had any people to come except for this wedding in such a long time that it's a big deal for them.
Yeah.
But it's kind of spooky and stormy, and it's out in the middle of nowhere, and... So, I feel that's a way to build a story with suspense and mystery.
Yeah, for sure.
It's put a bunch of people who kind of don't like each other in one spot that's deserted.
Yeah.
So.
Sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
I might have to give it a shot.
I liked it. I feel a lot of the Goodreads people were just it's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing to write home about. Which, I don't know. I liked it more than a lot of thrillers I've read because it was a little bit different. And there was like so much twisty and turny bits that I was like, whoa, you really thought about this, Lucy.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
Well, good.
I want to read her other books, the like Paris Apartment and
I
something
have that
else.
one. Yeah.
Yes.
I think she's got a few.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
Yeah, dude. What is your next review, Sarah?
Well, Danielle, I finished listening to the last 20% of The Keeper of Hidden Books by Madeline Martin.
Mm-hmm.
This is a historical fiction about a group of people who are trying to protect the books that have been banned by Hitler in World War II. And it takes place in Warsaw, Poland, but it's like German invaded Poland.
Interesting.
German occupied.
Right.
Poland.
Right.
Not invaded.
Right.
They're kind of the same thing, but
yeah, the premise sounds super interesting.
yeah.
What did you rate it?
I gave it 5 stars.
Heck yeah!
I
was wondering. I love that for you, and I feel like every historical fiction that we have read together since we became historical fiction girlies have been 5 stars.
I know.
What does that say about them?
I know.
They're great.
They're so good.
Okay, well, tell me all the things.
So the book follows 2 main female characters, and I love them both. But the main character, I feel like one of them is like focused on a lot more. Her name is Sophia, and I love her. She's like badass, and it's like leading this charge, this group of people to keep a hidden library, and they like start this book club that has people, and they're like trading books back and forth between them. And
I love that.
But anyways, I love her, and her strength and resilience through the story is beautiful, and it's written really, really, really well. Another one of my favorite parts of this book is that, like, in the author's note in the end, I don't normally read it, and every time I do, I'm like, wow, I should do this more often, because sometimes it gives you good shit.
Yeah.
So the author of this book really, really did her fucking research, and that is clear through the story. But in the author's note, she like specifically says that some of the characters that are in this book are based on real people and even have the same names as the people in real life. And I love that. That's like keeping fucking history alive, and just, it's beautiful. And you can tell that like she put so much work into this book because it's just written so well and feels very historically accurate.
I love it.
The narration was fine. It wasn't like anything to write home about, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I wasn't sad about it.
Okay.
The main thing that made me give this 5 stars is that I love the message behind this book, in that literature is power, and words have power over people, and I feel like in the current climate that we are in right now, it's a really strong message for me. And as a reader who is worried that books are gonna start getting fucking banned like Hitler did.
I mean, fair.
And the main message of the story is basically that, you know, be strong and don't listen to the Cheetos of the world. And don't lose hope.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah, it was really good.
It sounds really good, just from the premise, but then you gave it a 5-star.
Yeah.
And told me more about it, and now I have to read it.
I want to see if this author has any more books, because I really, really enjoyed this one.
Heck yeah, man. I feel like we gotta read more historical fiction.
Yeah.
Keep loving them.
I feel like this was the first audiobook that I listened to that wasn't like a romance or a thriller. That was like had a deeper message than that I like really could get into.
Yeah. Well, it must have been good then.
It had to have been good.
To freaking pull you in on audio.
Yeah.
Well, shit, yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it so much.
Thanks, friend.
I'll have to read it at some point.
Well, Danielle.
Well, Sarah.
What else did you read this week?
Well, I'm still reading The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. I only got another, like, 35 pages into it, though.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, it's still good.
Yeah.
We're still with Miss Main female character from the Poppy War.
Okay.
And now she's on new freaking adventures. And I think shit's about to get real soon.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. What about you?
I started reading Daughter of the Siren Queen by Tricia Levenseller. I only read, like, I don't even actually know. I think it was, like, 30 pages. I started reading it when I got here today until you got back, so.
Well, that is the Daughter of the Pirate King follow-up?
Yeah.
Got it.
I should have said that, sorry.
No, that's okay. I kind of figured.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten far yet, other than the... Oh! So now, in this story, the main character who was like a captive on another pirate ship in the last book, is now back on her ship, which is a ship full of pirate women.
Hey.
They only have like 2 or 3 men on their crew.
I love that.
And 2 of them she took from the other ship.
Heck
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
I'm enjoying it so far, though.
Yes,
It's
lady pirates.
easy to get back into it because
good.
I liked the first one so much. So.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
What else, Danielle?
The only other thing I read this week, outside of podcast book, was The Order of the Phoenix by J.K. Rowling. I started it. I'm about 37% of the way through.
Yay!
Book 5.
How are you feeling?
We're getting through. It's good. I mean, it's the same narrator, and I liked him, and I have liked him, so that's nice.
Good.
And this one has Umbridge in it, so I'm like pissed the whole
Yeah.
time, you know? I hate that lady.
Same.
And I haven't gotten into too much of the juice, but the Order is here, and the Order of the Phoenix is dope, and I also know how it ends, and I'm like not ready.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I do know. So my mom and I just this last weekend had a Harry Potter marathon.
As you need to.
Post Thanksgiving yearly tradition as
Love
of this year.
Great.
And I didn't think that those movies would still make me sob. But I literally, if you haven't listened or read Harry Potter or watched the movies, please go away for 5 seconds.
What just happened?
I glitched. It's fine.
Yeah, leave for now.
5 seconds. You can come back in a second. 5.
Yeah. They're going to be so confused. Which one is it, Sarah?
5.
All right.
When Dobby died, I was literally holding Dobby and sobbing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
They still get me good.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
I hope that was 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's good. I love it.
Yeah.
And we're getting towards the big juice of this series.
Yeah,
so.
I feel like this movie was the first one that really started to feel like really dark. Way more grown up. I love it so much.
Me too.
I'm waiting for you to finish reading the series and then I'm going to start reading them again.
Okay. Deal.
So,
Well, what? Do you have anything else, Sarah?
I do. I also started listening to Children of the Fallen Gods by Carissa Broadbent. And this is the second book in the series. I don't know what it's called.
The Daughter
The
No
first
World
one was that one. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And I've only listened to 10%, so I'm like not super far into it, and I kind of don't know what's going on because it's been a while since I read the first one. So
Well, shoot.
hopefully I'll get into it.
But it's the same like character set and
Yeah.
stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I'm excited to hear about it.
Yeah,
Well, what did you guys read this week?
yeah. And if you read any of the books that we talked about today, you got to let us know
Obviously.
what you think,
Mhm.
what you rated it.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
Mhm.
Did you hate it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of those things. And also tell us about what you're currently reading and give us your favorite book recommendations ever of all time.
Yeah.
So, that's all.
So
And we freaking love you, and go listen to our podcast if
Please.
you want like us to really talk about a book, you know. what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's not going to be good, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, and if you
So.
have any books that you really want us to talk about on our podcast, please let us know
Yes.
because we'll do it.
Yeah,
We're
we
always
will.
looking for suggestions.
Yeah, always.
Because
So-
half the time we're like, I don't fucking know what to read, dude.
We're winging it out here.
Yeah.
But thanks for hanging out for a minute.
Yeah.
And I hope you have a good week.
Yeah, and we'll freaking see you next one.
Yeah. Happy reading.
Happy reading. Okay,
Bye.
bye.